I look a complete mess this morning as I'm filming this. I done the dressing gown, robe, heatless curl thing last night that is literally all over TikTok. I tried it once before the other night and I didn't do it quite tight enough, so I tried again last night. I wanted to just maybe do a weekly vlog. I don't really know what this is going to be. I just wanted to start a vlog off because I'm quite nervous today. I will tell you about the reason why I'm nervous. So I kind of wanted to just do something to distract me from my nerves and from overthinking and worrying and all this stuff. As you'll see in the title, this is a kind of main focus on lymph nodes, on, I don't know, swollen / not swollen, but I can feel them lymph nodes. My children are arguing. I feel like shaky even talking about it. Like, I really don't like talking about it. It's caused me so much stress over the past year of my life. And still talking about it like pretty much sends me into a meltdown. But today I'm hoping, fingers crossed, will be the end of it. I'm hoping today is going to be the end of a year-long anxiety, stress filled, I don't know, whatever that this has put me through. So I don't even know where to start with this. So it was about a year ago. It was when the first series of RuPaul's Drag Race UK was on the telly, so I was watching it with my sisters. I was kind of like, I don't really know what I was doing. I was sort of like rubbing my neck or something. I was just sort of talking and like just rubbing my neck, and I felt like a ball, like kind of like a lumpy kind of ball thing, and it just really freaked me out. I thought like, oh my god, what the hell is that? And I remember just saying to like my sisters and my boyfriend, like, I've got a lump in my neck and like, what the hell is it? And it just kind of felt like, I don't know, like a pea. I completely freaked out. I went straight onto Google. I was like, lump in neck, lump in right side of neck, pea-like lump, blah, 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 blah. And if you're watching this video, it's most likely because you did what I did, which was just research and try and find anything that's reassuring about a lump in your neck or anything like that. And you will also know that you cannot find really much reassurance through the internet. So I was feeling around, I was looking at things online of what this could be, you know, and I remember going to bed that night in an absolute state. I was crying. I'd pretty much just had my second baby. She was only like 6 months or something. So I've got 2 young children. I was absolutely in bits. Like, I don't even really remember what was even going through my mind. All that I saw online was like, you know, cancer or just lumps are just not, they're just not something you want to find on your body, are they? Let's be honest. I was freaking out. So after doing like much more research on the internet, I think I gathered in my head that it was a lymph node, because it was pea-shaped, movable, soft, squishy ball that was moving around. So I thought it just sounded like a lymph node of things I've read online. So when you Google like, I can feel my lymph node, it just comes up with swollen lymph node. Swollen lymph node means this. Swollen lymph node is bad. It means, well, not bad, but it means that your body is like fighting some sort of infection. That's why they come up like throughout your body, fighting infections or cancer. That's what it says. Or you have cancer, like you have cancer in your body that they're fighting, or you have actually cancer in the lymph nodes and that's what's causing them to swell. So because I've never felt it before, I just thought, well, it must be swollen. Like, I've never felt this. It's like quite a big lump in my neck. I would have felt it before, so it must be swollen. Therefore, it's doing something. What's it doing? So this is when the next bit of really serious worry came into my head, because I wasn't poorly. I wasn't ill. I didn't have a sore throat. I didn't have a cold. I didn't have anything wrong with me, and I hadn't had for quite a few months. I usually get the flu jab. The next morning I phoned the doctor. He was really fucking rude. He basically just spelt out the word lipoma or lipoma, and told me to Google it, which is really strange because doctors are always telling you not to Google things. I'd Google that, that's what it is, you know, bye. He basically hung the phone up on me. And I just remember thinking, no, it's not that. So a lipoma is like just a fatty ball of like tissue or grit or whatever. It's nothing really. And I knew it wasn't that. I don't know how I knew, but I just knew that it was a lymph node. Like, I knew it was. I called again and I said, no, I want a doctor to see me. I'm freaking out here. There's a lump in my neck. Like, please can someone see me? So I had an appointment. I had a few appointments, and at these appointments, it was confirmed that yes, it is a lymph node. It feels slightly swollen. Like, when I first had it measured, I think it was about 2 centimetres, and they're supposed to be 1 centimetre, not really bigger than that. I think unless they're maybe somewhere else in your body, I'm not sure. I'm just focusing on neck. The doctor measured it and he said, yeah, like it's a little bit on the big side. Have you got any of these other symptoms? So it's like, you know, night sweats is not a great symptom that comes with it. And I can't remember what else, just quite a lot of, like, have you got anything else going on basically? And I was just like, no, literally no, this is why I'm freaking out. I've got nothing else going on, just this one random lump in my neck. So he basically said, look, it's not really that big. It doesn't seem like it's really doing anything. It feels like soft, it's movable. Like, basically don't worry about it. Keep an eye on it for the next few weeks. If it gets bigger, call us back. You know, we'll definitely have another look at it. But for now, leave it. And I don't know, maybe there is people out there who can leave these things, but I'm not one of those people, and I could not just leave it alone. So pretty much every day since that first appointment, or since I first found it, I've been poking it. Like, every day I give it a poke, which is bad, because if you also read online, it's bad to poke around with your lymph nodes because it can make them react to your poking, which makes them bigger, makes them angrier. They're just like, what are you doing? Kind of like a wasp. Like, if you annoy a wasp, it will like attack you. It's kind of the same as your lymph nodes. Like, you're not supposed to fiddle around with them. But I can't stop myself. It's almost like a habit now. I just do it without even realising. Like, the other day I was talking to my mum and I was touching my neck and she was like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm also going to be putting on foundation. Oh, so yeah, something. This reminds me, another thing that a doctor said to me was that because I have quite bad acne on my face, the doctor said to me, oh, it could be, you know, because you've got acne on your skin, it could be your neck lymph nodes kind of like dealing with that infection, which, to be honest, just didn't really sell me at all, because for one, nothing on the internet that I've found says anything about neck lymph nodes swelling up due to acne. I can't find that information anywhere. Also, surely not all spots on your face are infectious. Like, surely maybe if you get like 1 or 2 really big ones, like, it's really bad at the minute because the last few weeks I've been so stressed over this. Acne, I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest. You know, I've seen about 3 doctors at this point. And then I went, I think, a 4th time, and I was like, look, it's not growing, but I'm constantly living in an anxious state because I'm now checking it every day to see if it gets bigger, and that's putting me under, you know, stress. I'm feeling really anxious. I'm waking up worrying like I'm going to touch it. It's going to be massive. Like, I can't live like this. Like, can you just do something to tell me if anything is going on? So this was a year ago, and up until recently, I never even had a blood test. What they did do is they sent me... Nellie's just on my desk playing with my makeup. What they did do is they sent me to hospital with the ENT doctor, and I had an ultrasound scan on my neck. So at this point I did actually feel a second one in this side of my neck, because I'm constantly feeling around looking for them. So I did find another one, but it was very small. And I said, look, I found another one, blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, I just want to know what's going on. So I had the ultrasound scan. It's pretty much like a scan when you're having a baby. It's just like an ultrasound with cold gel, and they can see on the screen like what's going on. He was very quiet throughout the whole thing, which obviously made me like shit my pants. You're getting down now. Mama. She's stuck. By the way, sorry to go off topic, but how well has this actually come out? I can't believe how well this dressing gown hackers work. Like, he said to me, oh, it looks fine, like, there's nothing going on. And I'm like, I've got this really bad habit of not, like, saying what I want to say in these sort of situations. I just kind of, like, nod along, like, oh, okay, yeah, like, I didn't say anything. I just said, oh, okay. He just said, it looks fine, like, there's nothing going on there at all. I will send it over and get a second opinion, and then you'll get a letter if it's nothing, or you'll get a phone call if it's something, that sort of thing. About 3 days' time, I then had a letter come through, which said, it didn't really say anything, it just kind of said, basically, everything looks okay, you know, that's it, nothing more to happen, that's it, end. I was kind of like, okay, fine, so there's nothing going on in my neck, but why is it there then? What, you're not telling me, like, why it's there. You're giving me all these reasons, like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. But, like, I just wanted to know, like, why have I got this? Like, why is it not going down? Like, what is it doing? Like, what is it doing? And to be honest, I kind of did let it go for quite a while. I let it go up until recently. So literally about a week, 2 weeks ago, I started just getting really, really bad, like, health anxiety. I don't really know what sparked it off. I think it was just stuff about a few, like, celebrities that's been in the news recently about, like, cancer and things, and I feel like it's come from that. I don't really know. And once again, I've been focusing on this lump, which is still here. So this was a year ago, okay? That all happened a year ago. This is now. It's still there. It's still the same size as what it always has been. I'd say it's more or less gone down to probably 1 centimetre, which technically, 1 centimetre lymph node in your neck is technically fine. It's not swollen. Like, it's not even swollen. Swollen would be like 3, 4, 5 centimetres. That's a swollen lymph node. So it's not actually swollen. So I probably sound ridiculous. But it's still there. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. It's here. You can kind of sometimes see a little bump. I don't know if you can see that. And as I've been digging around my neck, I found literally, like, in this hollow of my neck, so not collarbone, higher than that, like here, I've probably found like 3 or 4, but they're really small. They're like so small, like smaller than a pea. And then when I lay down, I can also feel another one under the big one that's smaller than a pea as well. So I phoned the doctor, and a lovely lady doctor, she called me, and I said to her, look, I've had this issue with my lymph nodes, and this one big one on my neck. It's been there for a year now. It's not gone down. I told her that yes, I've had a scan on it, which, you know, happened about a year ago. It was fine. I'm concerned as to why it's not gone down. She obviously looked through my notes, and she said to me, oh, you know, lymph nodes are very normal. They can come up when you've got acne on your face. They can come up if you've got like a, because I also have a habit of scratching my scalp, which I did tell the doctor about. And she said to me, if you scratch a part of your scalp and your scalp like is irritated, that could even cause it to come up. Just all these things I just find, I don't know why, but for some reason I never feel reassured, and I was still freaking out about it. I phoned again first thing in the morning, and the poor receptionist, I don't know what would have gone through her head, and I don't even know how she understood what I was saying, because I was in tears. I spoke to the receptionist, and she said, look, okay, like, I can't even really remember what she said. I just think I heard her say something about someone calling you after morning clinic, what's your number? Anyway, this is a long video, obviously. Afternoon, I had a really lovely lady nurse call me. I think she was a triage nurse. She called me. And she made me feel like she had time for me, like she had time to listen to what I was saying, whereas like the doctors, I feel like they kind of treating me as if they don't really have time to be talking to me on the phone, which I do get, like pandemic and there's all this stuff going on, I get that. But this is the thing that's been driving me mad this whole time, is that it could be something serious. It could be. It's unlikely, You know, of course it's unlikely. That's what people say, it's unlikely, but for some people it's not unlikely because it happens. I don't know. It could be something. That's my root of all of this. This is the reason I do all of this. I've got 2 small children and it could be something. So I just told her, I just said to this lady, I told her everything. I said, I've been really struggling with health anxiety the past couple of weeks. I've been waking up crying. I've been in a really bad mood. I've not been finding any joy in anything because all I can think about is this bloody lymph node on my neck and what it's doing, and the reason I have more, and I can't let it go. I said to her, every time I talk to a doctor, I don't feel reassured. I don't feel reassured about the scan because the scan has showed there's nothing going on in my neck. I've read online that there could be something in your brain and your lymph nodes could swell. I've read there could be something in your breasts and your lymph nodes in your neck would swell. And the scan was a year ago. What if there was something that you couldn't see on the scan that is there now, you know? So I told her everything, and she said to me, look, I can tell that you're in a state. I was crying on the phone. She said, this is what I'm going to do. Because I said to her, I would really, really like a blood test. The last blood test I had was just after I had Nelly, because low, like, B12. Here she comes. Hello. Yeah. Oh, and you're here too. Oh my god, what have you done to your face? That, you've gone a bit crazy with the makeup palette that I let you have, which I kind of regret. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Nellie's got a big bruise on her head
I'm gonna wash it off.
Yeah, go on then, you wash that off. Nellie's got a bruise on her head because she is going through a phase where she bangs her head on things out of frustration.
That's a stamp.
It's not a stamp. I'll tell you about that in another video. This was Friday just gone. It's now Tuesday. She said to me, right, Monday, I'm booking you in 10:20 for a blood test. Results should be back on the computer by Tuesday afternoon, which is really fast. And she said, I'm going to get this lovely doctor. Phone me today. She's booked me in her last telephone slot. So about 4:30, something like that. And my results should hopefully be back on the computer. And she can talk me through... Either way, she's going to phone me. So she's going to phone me and she's going to hope, like, obviously, fingers crossed, she's going to ring me and say, your bloods are fine, there's nothing going on. But then I can also ask her more things if I want to. I feel like if my bloods come back fine, I can drop it. I can finally drop it. Yesterday I went and had my blood test to now wait, obviously, until I get this phone call. I feel kind of okay because I've got literally no other symptoms of anything. So I feel like okay, but then I don't want to say like, oh yeah, I feel really positive, I think it's going to be fine, because I'm also like, I also feel like I'd be very, very surprised if there was nothing at all. If there was just nothing, if she was like, look, your bloods are completely fine, you're like completely healthy and fine, I feel like that would be a surprise for me. So yeah, I wanted to do this vlog because I just wanted to film and just talk and kind of distract myself a little bit from just sitting around worrying about this phone call. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get on with my day as much as I can. I am gonna like vlog a few little bits, and then I will, sorry this lighting, I will hopefully talk to you after I've had my phone call from the doctors. I just hope it's going to be fine, obviously. Posey's got her friend coming around for tea at literally like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I hope that I just hope it's good news so I'm not feeling like shit. I don't know. You know, I said Posey's got her friend coming around today. This is what we have to tidy before that happens, Posey Rose. Look at your face.
What?
All that makeup is still there. You're not going to get it off your eyes. You look like you've got a big bruise on your head. Right, let's get you girls dressed, I think, and then we'll tackle the room in a little bit when Nellie's gone to sleep. So the girls are dressed, and I'm now just going to be, I don't know, doing bits around the house, and I'm going to start doing the washing up. I thought, I don't know, I thought that I would feel better kind of talking about it, but I actually don't think I do. About like, oh, what, like if it's bad news, am I going to come back on the camera and say like what's happened, or I don't really know what I'm going to do now I keep thinking about it. Hopefully like it's good news and that's why you're watching this video, because I've uploaded it, because it's fine. We went pumpkin picking the other day and I got this big white one, and I really want to carve something like really cool on it, but I'm not really very good at doing pumpkins, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. I saw this like really cool Hello Kitty design that I really want to do, but you have to have like really straight lines and I don't know how to do that. But I got this really cool one. I don't really want to do the blinds because there's kids playing outside. I got some of the little ones are the best ones, and look how perfect this one is. It's like a really small orange one with a curly stalk. It's so cool. So I've popped that in my window. Trick or treat balloons. And actually a couple of days ago I had a knock at the door, and it was this like young teenage girl, and I could see she had like a friend over the road like pissing herself with laughter, and she was just like, trick or treat. I was like, what? She was like, trick or treat. I was like, what? And she was like, oh, I saw the balloons in your window, so I thought I'd come round. I was like, okay, come back on Halloween then. It was funny, like whatever. I used to do stuff like that when I was younger all the time, like knock ginger and all stuff like that, so it was funny. But yeah, I'm gonna get on with the day now. I'm hoping that Nelly falls asleep at some point and that Posy will stay down here so I can just go up and completely blitz her bedroom before her friend comes around, because it's such a bloody tip. These curls, I can't actually get over how well this has turned out. Yeah, I kind of feel like I want to decorate her bedroom, like not now obviously, but like I'm kind of getting the vibes that her room isn't quite working, like it's not quite functional, and I'd really like to get Nelly's bed in there if I can, and she's still in our room. Because Posy's room is just full of shit and there's just no room for them to kind of share at the minute, so we need to kind of rethink it. Her wallpaper's got a bit shitty now anyway, and I found some really nice wallpaper the other day in B&M, so I feel like if I say to Will I want to redecorate Posy's bedroom, he's gonna be like no, because we've literally just done the living room because I was bored of the living room, wanted to change it. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I'm talking too much and I really should be washing up shit. So yeah, as well. Happy Halloween bunting and a little sticker book. I really want Will to get the Halloween stuff out of the loft tonight actually, because I've had like a few bits out but not all of it. And yeah, I want to put it all up today because it's less than a week till Halloween now. Well, it's on Saturday and it's now Tuesday, so I need to get it out or there's just no fucking point, is there? So he's getting that out tonight, definitely.
What's a boat? What's a boat?
What's a boat? You know what a boat is?
No.
Dock. Dock is where boats like sit on the river, where people like get on and off. Okay, so update. About 10 minutes ago I had a phone call from the receptionist. I'm not saying the receptionist was annoying because she absolutely wasn't. I'm just a little bit annoyed at what she said. A message here from the doctor to call you just to say there's no results available and we'll be in touch if needed. I sort of roughly explained the situation. I just said, oh, I was kind of assured that I would get a phone call from the doctor as soon as the results are in, if anything, if it's okay, if it's not okay, just, because I've been really anxious and I need to, I just want to hear it through the phone. To me, well, usually when we get blood tests, we don't tend to call you if everything's fine. I said, yeah, obviously I understand that, but if I just don't hear anything, I'm just going to be going out of my head for days, like thinking, well, are they just not back yet? Like, am I still, like, I'm going to be in limbo. I was like, I really can't deal with that. It's just so frustrating because I know that, like, there's bigger things going on in the world, and I know that there's people who have more serious, like, symptoms and stuff, and obviously they want to be seen to, I really get it, and I get that I feel like I'm hounding the doctors, but that yes, like, I understand how you're feeling, you'll get a phone call. I just feel like I need that. And until I get that, I just can't relax. I'm not going to be able to forget about it. And I might sound like I'm being really stupid or pathetic or anything. I understand they're not going to see me. I just want a phone call. It would take 5 minutes to phone me up and say, these are your results. Is there any other questions? It would be a 5-minute conversation. And although everything's going on in the world, I like to think that there is still a 5-minute conversation that they can have with me just about this thing that's been bothering me for the past year, just so I can forget about it. So she said that, yes, she would leave that note for her. I'm hoping that's going to happen, but she even said to me it might not even be today, it might not even be tomorrow. She went, it might even be Friday, it might even be next week. I'm just like, well, why was I told that they should be back by today afternoon? Don't want to have to go a week. The results should be back by then. I'm fed up of it now, and I just want to brush it under the carpet. I just want to forget about it. Not even brush it under the carpet. I want there to be nothing to brush under any carpet. I just want it over. I want to just forget about it. Thanks for watching if you've got this far. You probably think I'm really pathetic, but when I was really struggling with my health anxiety about this, I've literally watched every YouTube video, read every forum post, everything, just to get some sort of scrap of reassurance for myself. So if this whole video ends well and it helps somebody with their nerves or their anxiety, like, that's the only reason I'm doing it. Because if you've come across this video because you've been searching up swollen lymph nodes like I did, I'm hoping that this is going to end well, and that will be a little bit of reassurance for you in your like journey with all this. So that's the reason I'm filming it, really. I'm just gonna try my best not to think about it until I get a phone call. That's all I can do, really. Mind occupied with food, tea, and the only way is Essex. Hello.
Hello.
Looking on the washing basket. That looks cool.
Hello. I am Posy and I am funny.
You are funny, darling. I don't think I'm going to hear anything today. It's like gone 4. I had a phone call, so obviously, I don't know, my test the bloods aren't in. I don't know. Really not feeling good at the minute. Like right now, I feel like I'm having like a huge anxiety attack at the minute. I'm just going for a really like just bad thoughts and stuff where like I just feel like I've got a really bad feeling, but I don't know if it's like a bad like gut feeling or if it's just worry that's just like taking over. To put my glasses on because I've just got a headache. I've got a big like tension headache. Like I'm playing a conversation in my head of me answering the phone and getting bad news. I just keep playing that over and over in my head, and it's making me feel really shitty, and it's almost making me feel like I'm manifesting that to happen because that's what I'm like keep thinking about, and I don't see it going well, which is just a really scary place to be in. Yeah, I'm annoyed, and I feel like a dickhead saying I'm annoyed because of how the situation is, but I'm annoyed that I was told that I'd get a phone call today. I'd just rather have just been told like, oh, your results will come back when they come back. It could take a week. Woke up today thinking, right, today it's all going to be over if the results are okay, and now to just be sat here and have had no phone call. But yeah, not much else I can do at the minute, so hope you're all okay. Okay, so it's the day after now. It's Wednesday, and I'm coming to you with good news. I had a phone call from the doctors this morning, and my blood results have come back absolutely fine. The only thing that I have is I've got low iron, which I've struggled with for quite a few years now. So I'm actually out of breath. So they told me that I need to take some iron supplements once a day for 6 months, and then get my bloods taken again to make sure that they've sort of come back up. So the doctor said to me, look, you can have another appointment with the ENT, you know, if you want to, but there's nothing in your bloods that is jumping out at me at all. Like, it's, you know, you're fine, you're healthy, you're fine. So, you know, I said to her, so the lymph node, I don't need to worry about it. She just said, no, like your blood is fine, the scan was fine, like that's it. And I really do strongly feel like this news like is gonna completely destroy my health anxiety. It's gonna make me so much, I just feel so much better already. Obviously, like any type of anxiety doesn't just go away like that. Like I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and be like completely fine and not ever worry about it again. But I think now I can slowly start to, I don't know, just kind of deal with it better and just stop worrying so much about this one thing. And to be honest, I think that, you know, this little guy might literally be here for the rest of my life. That is something that I've read about and kind of just kicked to the back of my mind and not really thought about it because I convinced myself that I had something wrong with me. But that's not the case. Like now I know that I'm fine, I can start to look at everything that I was told in a better light and in a more positive light. So when the doctor told me that your lymph nodes can come up when you've got an infection or anything and they can never go back down, like you could sometimes get one or two that just, she said that they can like kind of like scar the tissue and that they kind of like stay there, or they feel like they're still there even though they're not actually doing anything. And so many people, I did just want to mention one other girl on YouTube who, she was the only person that I really found relatable in looking and researching up lymph nodes. It was a girl on YouTube called Cherelle Thinks, and I will link her videos down below because they were really helpful, and she kind of like gave out a bit of information about lymph nodes and like her like journey with her lymph nodes and her worries and everything like this. And I just felt like I really kind of understood everything she was saying, and I felt like she, I don't know, like she knew how it feels. So yeah, I will link her videos that she done on lymph nodes down below because they are really reassuring for anybody. And she even mentions that you can have lymph nodes come up and they might just stick around for the rest of your life basically. Another thing I just wanted to mention is obviously like you need to kind of look at your lymph nodes as friends rather than enemies. Like I've been looking at this thinking like, why won't it just go down? Like I hate it, I want it gone, like what is this? Like I hated it. But in like realistic, you know, science, whatever, your lymph nodes is like a system throughout your body that helps you so much. Like if you've got something going on, they come up and they like snap into action straight away to try and help you. So I've spent so long like hating this lymph node on my neck and just wanting it to go, but really like it's just part of your body that's like helping you out. And obviously, unfortunately, sometimes your lymph nodes can come up when there is something serious, and you know you shouldn't ignore them. You shouldn't ignore them. And I think the main thing with lymph nodes is when they are growing and they're getting bigger, that's kind of when you really need to ask about what's wrong with them. Also, obviously, I want to just end this video with saying that don't ever feel like you're being pathetic or you're being stupid or you're hounding the doctors too much. You've got every right to be worried about your life. Yeah, you've got every right to be concerned when there's something abnormal with your body, and you've got every right to ask for help until you feel reassured. Like I felt quite a few times by a few different doctors that I was just being, that they just thought I was being pathetic, they thought I was worrying too much. But there's always a chance that you are going to be that small percent that has got something, you know, that needs sorting out, or you have got something more serious. It happens. Live everything thinking, well, it's very unlikely that it's going to happen, so, you know, I'm just going to ignore it. Like, no. Like, ways that I've been spoken to doctors, I've just not been happy with, because I think that it's not fair for them to say, well, it's unlikely it's going to be that, so you're just being stupid. It's like, well, yeah, okay, maybe it is unlikely, but there is also a percent that it could be something, and, you know, don't make me feel like I'm being stupid for being worried about my health. This to me was so abnormal. It's a lump in my neck, like it's so abnormal, it's weird. And I was never going to feel reassured until I got that phone call today, I think. So me pushing for a blood test was the right thing to do for me, for my mental health, and now I can finally leave it alone, stop poking it, stop everything. I'm not going to be waking up every day worrying about it anymore because I've had a scan, I've had blood tests, and it looks fine. So yeah, I hope that if you are worrying about lymph nodes or anything, and that's why you've come across this video, I hope that this is a little bit of reassurance that you could possibly need at this time. Lymph nodes are not your enemies, they're your friends, they're there to help you. And also, if you want a blood test to make you feel better or you want a scan to make you feel better, you push for it and don't let anyone, any doctor or anyone make you feel like you're being pathetic or you're being a hypochondriac or whatever. Like, just know that you have a right to be worried about your own health, basically. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video because I'm getting hollered. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, bye.